Welcome back to another video. Today is going to be about rhubarb, part 2. So here we are back in the rhubarb patch. Of course, when you're looking at a rhubarb plant, the one thing that sticks out are the huge, thick leaves. Note that these leaves are poisonous. A few weeks ago, I put out a video of how to take off the flowering stems so that the plant's energy could go back into the leaves and roots for the vegetative growth. So here we're looking at a plant. The main stem has been removed and we're seeing new growth right here at the inner node in between the main stem of the plant and the leaf, or the stalk of the leaf. So this is new growth of leaves coming up, and these may get larger and such. So this is what's able to happen when you cut off those flowering stalks. The energy goes back into the roots and it sprouts up as new growth, and it also affords you the ability to have a stronger harvest next year as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and harvest a few leaves, or leaf stems rather. I usually try to focus on gathering the leaves that may be shading out other plants. Like you can see, this leaf right here is beginning to encroach on this smaller rhubarb plant over here. So I'm going to go ahead and collect this one. So here we have the leaf, we have the stem that it's attached to. And what we want to do is we want to cut off the leaf from the stem, and that leaf can just go right in the compost. You can use it as a mulch on top of the garden. So anyway, here is the rhubarb stem, and this is what we're after. This is the edible part of the rhubarb plant. I'm going to go ahead and harvest a few more, and then we'll take it into the kitchen and I'll show you how I preserve them for over the winter and other times of the year. Okay, so here we have a few leaf stalks. Not a large harvest by any stretch of the imagination, but this rhubarb patch is only in its second year of life. I started them from seed last season, so they're still growing and developing into what they can become in a couple of years. Even next year it might yield a lot more. So we don't have too many stalks to work with right now, but they can be high in oxalic acid, and you don't want too much of that anyway. So what I did here was I just lightly rinsed them off. So now I'm just going to chop them up into little slices, and then sometimes, you know, the outer fibers you may want to peel off. It may depend on the size, age, and variety of rhubarb, but sometimes these can be kind of fibrous. You'll probably see, like, if I cut off a section here, you know, you can just kind of peel those right off a little bit as you go. That's probably about good. Otherwise, they can just kind of get stuck in your teeth and be kind of tough to chew. And then these, I'm not even going to heat them. I'm not even going to heat them up or cook them. I'm just going to put them right in a jar, and they are going to go in the freezer, and they are going to stay there until I want to use them, whether it be a week from now, a month from now, you know, or even in the winter time. I can pull it out and have some fresh rhubarb that I can use for, you know, whatever I want, soups, smoothies, stews, whatever. And so let's go ahead and do that and go from there. So here we have our rhubarb stems that are ready to go into the freezer, and we can pull them out and let them thaw whenever we want to use them. And it's really quite a simple process. Doesn't take a whole lot of time. I like to go out, collect the leaves, bring them in, wash them up, chop them up, and put them in the freezer. So yeah, a pretty simple method to preserve your rhubarb stems for later on in the year. I hope you enjoyed this video. I look forward to seeing you in a future video. Take care.